Pruett on the right-hand side.
Way over against There's Elliott talking to AJ, and I don't know who's in between.
And now, as we prepare for the Budweiser International Racing Champions, we'll take it down to Mike Joy and down on track.
That's Geoff Brabham there. Brabham. Yeah, this is a nice clear check. You get a nice check.
Budweiser quality. A Beechwood aging. The choicest natural ingredients. And a genuine commitment to freshness and taste. One beer lives up to all this. Budweiser.
No, there's nobody out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some Chevy Thunder? 12 of the finest drivers competing in motorsports in America today are now set on the starting grid, lined up, ready to go in this final round of IROC 13, the Budweiser International Race of Champions. Those of you on the front straightaway, give them your applause and a wave as they climb into their identically prepared Camaros. Those of you around the rest of the course will have a chance to give them a send-off as they come past. Their car number denotes their point standing position, and one driver will go home with $200,000. Starting 12th in the Richie Evans Orange Camaro, NASCAR Wins the Cup Racing's all-time winner from Randolph, North Carolina, the King, Richard Petty. Starting 11th, defending Camel GT champion and a winner earlier here at the Glen for Nissan. In red, number 11, Geoff Brabham. In car number 10, starting 10th, the world closed course record holder at Michigan, three-time Indy 500 winner and four-time pole winner in his fourth IROC appearance, Mears. Starting 9th, racing the GTO Series this season, he's the defending SCCA Trans Am champion from Jacksonville, Florida, in the yellow Camaro number 9, Hurley Haywood. Car number 8, Houston colored Camaro, two-time Daytona 500 winner, and the defending NASCAR Winston Cup champion, Bill Elliott, in car number 8. Driving the bright blue Chevy Camaro, representing CART. Indy 500 winner in 85, and the defending CART PPG IndyCar World Series champion, number 7, the bright blue Camaro for Danny Sullivan. In car number 6, last week in Michigan, he took that car from 4th to 1st in a daring move in the start-finish stripe. He's back for his 7th IROC appearance in number 6 from Houston, Texas, A.J. Foyt. In the black Camaro, number 5 and one of 5 drivers with a chance to take home $200,000 today. Trans Am and GTO IMSA champion in number 5, Scott Pruett. The defending IROC champion with 4 IROC race wins in 12 starts, the champion of IROC 10 and 12, representing the CART PPG IndyCar World Series, number 4, the dark blue Camaro for Unser Jr. Starting 3rd with 47 championship points, former Rookie of the Year in his 5th IROC. Looking for his first IROC win, the man in purple today, number 3, Dale Earnhardt. And the front row, starting in car number 2, the powder blue Camaro. A Winston Cup Rookie of the Year in '84. Second in the '88 Winston Cup point standings, including 4 wins in the last 5 races. IROC Rookie of Daytona IROC winner. In number 2, the powder blue Camaro, Rusty Wallace. And on the pole, in car number 1, the cream-colored Camaro. The winner at Michigan in a thrilling finish, perhaps the best IROC race ever seen. The 1984 NASCAR Winston Cup champion, diehard 500 winner at Talladega, and Pocono Winston Cup winner, Terry Labonte. The winner of this 4-race series is guaranteed at least $200,000 from the purse of over $800,000. Second place is worth a mere $90,000, $65,000 for third and on down the line, plus $100 for each lap led in the 4-race series. Labonte comes in with 55 championship points and a 4-point lead. The difference from first to second place in points paid for this race is the same as the difference at the top of the heap, 4 points. But there is a point bonus, 5 points to the driver who leads the most laps, 3 to the driver who leads the next most laps, and 2 to the driver who leads the third most laps. The winner of IROC 11 and 12, IROC 11 Geoff Brabham, IROC 12 Unser Jr., each started on the front row in the final event. Test drivers George Fulmer and Dave Marcus have worked throughout the week here since Michigan. From a pool of 16 cars, trying to develop 12 identical Chevrolet Camaros, not just in appearance but in on-track function, so that the driver is only allowed to fit his own seat, custom formed to his dimensions, adjust his belts, strap in, and go racing. $200,000 to the series champion, and we'll know who he is in 30 short laps. Start your engine! And the small block V8 engines beneath the hood of 12 identically repaired Chevrolet Camaros roar to life. Each car assigned its own IROC mechanic. He'll raise his hand in the air when that car fires, and we are set to roll. From last Saturday's rumble at Michigan International Speedway, which saw 5 drivers trade the lead back and forth 8 times. They moved from that 2-mile superspeedway oval here to the demanding NASCAR course at Watkins Glen to see who among the drivers competing in American auto racing today is truly the best. 12 top talents, 12 identically prepared Camaros, and as they roll off to wherever your vantage point is on this race course, Al Robinson will again run down the field for you and try to put you with names and colors and numbers, remembering that the point standing position of each driver is his car number. Labonte, the point leader, on the pole in car number 1. Al?
Thank you very much, Mike Joy. The Budweiser International Racing Champion finale at Watkins Glen for the 4th consecutive year, and sitting alongside me and providing color commentary with Mike Joy during the IROC. You guys like to know both the pro victory in the IROC here in Glen. Former IROC champion and Daytona 500 winner, and we start outside the front row with Budweiser Glen, Geoff Brabham. Yep. Thank you, Al. Yeah, I know how it feels to be around the IROC barrel, but did it the last 2 years. My heart out that I'm not out there right today, because those fellas are pumped up, they're ready to go, they're going to have a lot of fun, and I wish I was with them. Well, the first 3 drivers on the starting grid, the top 3 drivers are our NASCAR drivers. I suppose the unfair question, but the expected winner will come from the one-man group. And I looked at the lineup, and I looked at all the money that's at stake in the prestige, and Elliott Jr. and the starting farm side, and he likes to win. He did win here last year.
as the field is rolling down toward turn number 1. Where Jeffrey, you won your IROC championship on this short straightaway, held the lead for the remainder of that event, and became the champion of IROC 11. And I know that has to stand out as one of the great highlights of your career. In car number 1, the point leader, that's the cream-colored Camaro. On the outside pole is Rusty Wallace, driving a car that is powder blue, number 2. Dale Earnhardt is 3rd in the points with 47. He lacks the lead by 8 points. He's 4 points behind Rusty Wallace for that $90,000 second prize. He's in number 3 in purple. Al Unser Jr. with 34 championship points is in the dark blue Camaro number 4. Scott Pruett, who is tied with Unser and also has a chance to take home the top prize, is in number 5, the black Camaro. A.J. Foyt in number 6 in bright blue, unable to take time away for Harold or not to drop the green flag. They're liable to start a little early. I remember a guy that did that one year, and it worked for him, and I've been talking to Terry Labonte a little bit about that, and he knows he needs to get a jump. I think Rusty Wallace knows that Terry wants to get a jump, so they're liable to start anywhere before they get to that corner or when they come off the first corner. Well, Harold promised if anybody jumps the start, he'll drop a chicken bone on them, but here we go. We're about to get down to it. 30 laps to the side. The champion of the Budweiser International Race of Champions is Chevrolet Motor Division, Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, True Value Hardware Stores, and Budweiser presents this great event. It's an even started. It is Labonte, and Earnhardt wisely ducks in line behind the cream 3rd. First lap, Labonte the leader, Wallace is 2nd. Last starting spot, Richard has moved his way up into a side-by-side fracas for 9th with Bill Elliott. 100 winner brings his IROC Camaro in for service. No penalty for service under the green, but perhaps in that off-course excursion, something was damaged that AJ wants the IROC crew to take a look at. Jay Signori's IROC crew has 2 pits set up. The first 2 pits along the pit lane, where they work cafeteria style. First in is first service and first out. We'll see if AJ can get back into the competition. At the speed trap, the number 9 car coming down at 157.68 miles per hour. That is the fastest trap speed shown thus far. That's Hurley Haywood, the Trans Am champion. The number 4 car of Al Unser Jr. at 157.3, and Labonte outbraking the draft at only 154 miles per hour. Place to pass. The guy on the inside has a pretty rough road to go over. The surface is very rough. It's hard to get the car slowed down enough and settled down enough to make that corner safely. And you saw Scott had to pull out of that move. And we have Al Unser Jr. going underneath Rusty Wallace at the end of the back straightaway. That was a good move right there. New second place driver is Al Unser Jr. Wallace is relegated to 3rd. So Unser scoring a blow for the CART PPG IndyCar Series drivers. Working his 450 horsepower up to the tail end of Terry Labonte's car. That's pretty much how these fellas are going to have to try to pass each other, is outbraking. The cars are so equal with horsepower, with handling. The only advantage a driver can get is just try to outbrake the other guy. Speed it up, but still stay smooth. And concentration is the key right now. Not to make a mistake, not to get off course. Danny Sullivan is on pit road. He's hit something with the right front corner of his Camaro. The car coming along at reasonable speed. So the IROC crew will go to work in just try to get the bodywork straightened up and make sure that there's no steering or suspension damage, and get Sullivan back out there for those all-important championship points. One thing about IROC, and the format has changed slightly since Geoff won his championship, these races don't pay anything to win. Not a dime. All the money is on the point standings over the 4-race series, and it's $200,000 to win.
Mike, you know, they don't pay any money to win these races, but they pay a lot of pride, a lot of self-pride, self-esteem, and that's what these fellas are after right here.
And the series all done. Work down the back straightaway because Labonte is locked right onto him. And Labonte has help. That's Scott Pruett coming up behind Labonte in the 3rd spot as they go down the straightaway. Richard Petty has come to pit lane. He's made contact with someone on the right side of his Evans Orange Camaro. To the inside. At the end of the straightaway goes the black car, Scott Pruett.
There's another move, a braking move. The road racers are maybe a little sharper than us Winston Cup guys on braking. Unser Jr. outbroke Labonte going into the first corner, took the lead, and now Scott Pruett has outbroke him going into off the back straightaway and taking second away from Terry. Or it could be Terry knows a little bit more about these heavy cars. He's saving these races. The road racers maybe pushing them a little harder this time of the race. Now, it could pay off later for Terry to be a little more conservative right now. And it is possible that the drivers are completely out of brakes, as often we see when the Winston Cup cars in tracks like Martinsville. As well as the tires is going to be important to winning this race today. It really is, and we know that Unser Jr., Scott Pruett are used to the Indy cars, the lightweight cars, big tires, a lot of downforce with aerodynamics, where Terry Labonte and Rusty Wallace are used to heavy Winston Cup cars, a lot of weight, aero tires. Thinking championship, but I'm not sure what the point situation is right at this point if it was to finish this way.
Unser came into this race 21 points behind Labonte, and where Labonte is right now could not be overtaken by Unser or by Pruett, who was tied with Al Unser. So Labonte battle for the lead. Let me see you wear your cars out. Use those brakes up, use the tires up, and he's just sitting there in 3rd place waiting for them to slow down or make a mistake. Danny Sullivan back in with front end damage on his number 7 Camaro. Will Pruett trying to get a turn 1. He's looking inside. Unser the leader, Pruett second in black. Labonte third in the cream-colored car, and Rusty Wallace fourth in powder blue. Elliott started this race. It looks like Mike might have got off the track. The whole track, the whole race. Turned up the wheels of that car, so it looks like the tire problems. They're going to change all 4 tires on that car. Of course, that's a shame. That puts them right out of contention at the moment. However, as we saw in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, where nearly every driver, save Danny Sullivan and Scott Pruett, made pit stops. But will drop down in the order
Dale Earnhardt or Hurley Haywood, but they've run a very good race.
Hurley Haywood in 6th. Geoff Brabham with great drive today in 7th. Rusty Wallace in 8th. Mears. Followed by A.J. Foyt. And then Danny Sullivan. 2 seconds in 4 races and really moved him up from 5th in the points where he started today.
He hits inside every time.
Unser Jr. rounding the final turn and winning. John Pruett finishing second by approximately 1.3 seconds. Pulling along the line. Here's the winner, Doug comes to the front row.
That's right, Mike Elliott.
And apparently we don't have Justin Snow at the Glen Club. We'll be coming back with second round bush qualifying in just a moment. Of course, we'll throw it down now. Quite enjoy victory lap.
Oh, so they're taking the other ones out now.
It's qualifying.
Tom Honeycutt, please call home. This is an emergency. Also, if you have not done so already, Todd Moore, please report first floor of the press tower. Todd Moore, the first floor of the press tower.
He came in third.
Also, your attention, if you have not done so already, Tony Phelps to the Camel GT Center. Tony Phelps to the Camel GT Center, if you have not done so already. Now, Mike Joy, victory lane.
I don't know what it is.
Thank you, Al Robinson. As we mentioned, next Sunday, ABC Television will present coverage of this final round of IROC 13. You'll see the event in most of its entirety, along with interviews with Terry Labonte and Unser Jr. They're right now talking with Ryan Hammond,
As soon as they get out of the car,
ABC.
they gotta get out.
Jack Root calling the race topside with Sam Posey and Bobby Unser, the first IROC champion. So we'll have the winners down here in just a moment.
When he turned.
He wasn't.
Took 14
Between these two drivers, they'll take home today just about $300,000, counting Labonte's championship winnings. Al Unser's $90,000 for second in the championship, plus throughout the 4-race series, each driver receives $100 for each lap led throughout the 4-race series. And of course, Labonte picked up $3,300 that way last Saturday at Michigan. Al Unser Jr. picking up, we'll get the official total from Mike Knight, but somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000 in lap money today to add to his earlier earnings in the 3 prior races at Daytona, Nazareth, and Michigan International Speedway.
When's the last time we saw her when we were in high school?
I've seen her since I was out.
Jay Signore, I know you folks, 52 hard weeks a year to prepare for 4 races. Now, most folks that run Winston Cup or even run short track